Beyond the image of the psyche, beyond the vistas of Om Pi, stands the mystic's theory of everything, the 41 powers of the eternal and consciousness which create the structure for our universe. This mystic's model of the theory of everything requires 12 powers of the eternal, 29 powers of consciousness, the law of 3 and 7, the 4 primary riddles of appearance, and the 5 chains of consciousness to create a play of identity within a vast cosmic theatre of eternal awareness. The dimension of deep sleep contains 13 powers. They are the primal trinity, ego sense, the 2 powers which form the projecting film and the impressions upon it, the 5 powers which form the reflecting screen, the power of universal mind, which is the self-knowing aspect of the universe, and finally, the space-time gravitational vault of ether. Below deep sleep dimension lie the 2 dimensions of dream and waking, woven from a further 16 powers of consciousness. They are firstly, creation mind, which takes the subtle impressions and creates a universal reality, and secondly, personal mind, which identifies with a particular stream of thought feeling and says, "This is myself." There are also the 5 powers of action, breathing, sexuality, voicing, digestion, movement, and the 5 powers of sense, touching, tasting, seeing, hearing, and smelling. And finally, the last 4 of the 5 powers of manifestation, those of ether, air, fire, water, earth. These 3 dimensions and 29 powers can be described as a genie's bottle of consciousness, but when the powers are absorbed in union, they simply form as a pure mirror, a mirror reflecting the light of a 4th dimension, the eternal. In this state of balance, the eternal is simply aware of the eternal, and all the dreams of consciousness evaporate like mists before the morning sun. This eternal nature is woven from a further 12 powers. For each eternal sun with its intrinsic 3 dimensions of consciousness is simply a single droplet in a vast ocean of illusion, woven from 5 powers, and beyond lies a 6th, the primordial seed of illusion itself. Above these powers dwell 5 blue powers, those of pure being, bliss, knowing, power, and unlimited form, the highest expressions of all the powers of the eternal. This blue dimension eventually fades to become a tiny blue pearl, before disappearing into an endless ocean of darkness, the ocean of the unmanifest, the unknowable, which is the last step in all the realms of creation and manifestation. We have now before us an extraordinary panorama of consciousness and the eternal, and if we grasp this vision, we can understand why the genie's bottle model theory of everything has 41 powers in its sacred formula. Two great creation models, one of matter and one of consciousness. Which of these two creation models mirrors the truth for our universe?